welcome back to Stir It Up with Sheena. So the whole of last week, all we've been hearing about are the American elections. So I thought, why not do an American dish? And so I thought, what's more American than the classic apple pie? So this week, we're going to be making apple pie. For the short crust pastry, I've already measured out 2.5 cups of flour. This is a cup of butter, so that's about 200 grams of butter. I've cut it into cubes. A teaspoon of salt and a bit, we're going to use a little of the cold water. We are not going to mix it up too much. So I'm going to use a food processor. So that's, or you can always do it by hand, but you'll have to break down the butter till the flour starts resembling breadcrumbs, and then add little water till it comes together to form a dough. So I'm just going to put in the flour. Put the salt in, and I'm only going to use the pulse function here for now. So it's just going to be sudden bursts of everything, the water, the butter, all of it has to be really cold. And using the pulse again, you can see the flour and it's broken down and it started to looking like little breadcrumbs. This is the stage how the butter should be broken up. And then we add the water a bit at a time till it comes together. So let's just I've taken half of my dough, the other half is still here. That's just going to be for the a little more than half. So this is going to be for the bottom and this is going to be for the top. I've placed it on a plastic cling film wrap. The reason I do this is because I don't want to knead the dough any further. That's when the dough becomes chewy and becomes hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this plastic to just bring it all together and form it into a ball, and that way when selecting apples for the apple pie, I like the green tartiness of these Granny Smith apple, but then a lot of them together could be a little too tart, so I like to mix it up with some red. So these are sweet and these are tarty, so I do an equal mix, 5 of the red and 5 of the green. The apples will have to be peeled and cored and cut into slices or cubes, whatever is your preference. I like mine slices. Once all the apples are chopped, I'm going to take the rind of 1 lemon. I like my apple tart to have a nice lemony taste, so I'm going to put that in. There's a 1/4 cup of sugar that goes in, about a teaspoon of cinnamon powder that goes in, and the juice of half a lemon that also goes in. And I'm going to grate some nutmeg. There's a nutmeg. That's just it. So for this apple pie recipe, you will need to use a pie dish, and you'll need a deep pie dish because we're going to pile up the apples on top. Pastry is chilling in the fridge. we're going to make an egg wash. Egg wash is nothing but just egg with a little bit of water, and you just beat it up. You're going to use this egg wash on top of the pie. That's what gives it the nice golden brown color. Just a bit of water. Once it's chilled, when you bring it out, and just pile the apple mixture on top of the once you've piled up all the apples, you're going to take about a tablespoon, so 25 grams of butter, which is cut, and I'm just going to dot it around the pie. And now I'm going to put the top onto this, and don't throw the paper. Use it when you're baking, because apple pie tends to bubble and sometimes drip. Just place it under your pie as it's baking, and they'll catch all the drippings. Cleaning easier. And I'm just using a pinch between my two thumbs to create this design. You could also use the back of a fork and press it for lines. Now we are going to, you can keep this like this in the fridge while your oven's getting preheated. Preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees centigrade. Bake it for 20 minutes in the hot oven, and then bring down the temperature to 180 and bake it for about an hour till it's nice golden brown.